starts now. Learn my lesson well. Can't please everyone, so you gotta please yourself. It's a good spot. Landscape mode. Like being on a grass. This is like my most primordial kind of happy place. Sitting on a grass, like a picnic, on a blanket. This just resonates with my earliest experiences of harmony with the world. Like, there's nothing more like human about being like sitting cross-legged on a grass on a meadow. Like, we've been doing this since way before we had writing and civilization, and even when we were like Neanderthals and monkeys. Like, it goes deep into our DNA. What I was excited about like recording this today, because I woke up in the morning and I'm like looking back on my YouTube vlogs, and like some of them are like really cringy, but like I am so glad I had the courage to like not delete them, because it's paying attention. It's like an actor's exercise as well too, because you get to know your what's happening inside you. And really, it's like being an adult is also like being, for some people it requires like being a parent to your inner child, and maybe you did not have a parent that like was dialed in to your emotions and paid attention to what was happening with you, and so you had no nobody to kind of give you a reference points about like what is really happening, and like so this like just resonates with me, like being, resonates, this kind of like is a discovery for me about being aware of what you're experiencing, of what you're feeling in the body, and not like wishing it to go away, but like paying attention. Like, what do you feel? Like, oh, I have this like tension. Like, what is it? Is it anger? Is it energy? What kind of energy is this? Like, it's like anger. Is it spite? Is it upsetness? Is it hurt? Is it why are you feeling hurt? What happened? What's the story? Like, are you feeling anxiety? Are you feeling fear? Are you feeling impatience with yourself? Are you feeling impatience with the world? Are you feeling like anger? Like, oh, I want everything to be done now, and I want. So there's this process. This is like what the artist way is about. It's like tuning in, like the artist states are like about that, like giving space for yourself. And so like it just like dawned on me like yesterday. It just clicked. Like I was like, okay, the yeah, and like I'm acting right now, and like there's so many facets to reality. It's like, what is the truth? And like we can like present like it was like this. I was doing this, and then this happened, and then I was feeling this, and like, oh, I could just make it like really unattractive, so like, or like really stupid or something, or but like this can also be a filter. Like we create filters for in messages. We create filters for yeah. I mean, this is nothing new. It's simple human communication. So what is really interesting is um, like tuning into being a person that has high emotional intelligence. It's like, yes, we are in the 21st century, and still there's people like um, and still we are still dealing with the same things as we did 20,000 years ago. Like people and their emotions, and some people not being able to tap into their emotions and having this energy, and other people like putting other people down, and like um, the same old stories. But at the same time, it's um, yeah, it's there's at the same time like being okay. So maybe I'm rambling and tangent, but like tangent is like uh, all right, so I have like 2.5 minutes, but like another tangent is like believing in seeing trends in technology, and like being able to like uh, know what is gonna happen next by your beliefs. So like knowing what you believe can differentiate you, and that's what determines like who is able to make the right startup. Just like Steve Jobs, like you just see clearly about like trends. It's not very hard. All right, so like emotions, like I was just watching like Impact Theory, like, or just like some YouTube videos, like with Tom Bilyeu, who I just loved his podcast. I listened to it for years, and he's talking about like the vagus nerve, which like actually takes like 80% of signals from this biggest nerve in our body, goes from the body to the brain, and 20% go from the brain to the body. And so that talks about how emotions are just in the body, and it's just our brain is picking up the signals, and then like just realizing, like asking yourself, am I just like in my brain all the time, or am I in my body? And like if you're just more in your body, then you can just like listen in, and then don't just wish for them to go away, but like discover what emotions you're feeling, and go from there, and like try to like accommodate them, work with them, be like, this is who I am, this is like, whether I like it or not, whether I wish for it to go away or not, this is what I'm really feeling. And then make that like your guiding light. Make that your friend. Like be a friend to yourself, to your body. listen to it. So much of the time we're in our heads, like especially like as a programmer, a very cerebral person, like you're just in your head 110% of the day. But it's like you gotta flip that upside down. You gotta be in your body, like 80% of the day. So that's my vlog. To recap, what was I talking about? Like I was just talking about like emotions, and it's like, and this like breakthrough. I was just like, whoa. The body keeps the score. Like listen to your body, like, and how great it is to like have feedback. So feedback is like visual and audio. So like these recordings are just a key practice. And I try to keep them under 10 minutes or around 10 minutes so that like I'm not overwhelmed with this data. And then I just know there's a start, middle, and end, and I know there's just a limited time. And then I just try to pack everything in there. So I'm not just like blah 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 for 2 hours, and then I have 100 vlogs, 2 hours each to sift through. But like this is like condensing. So I'm gonna try to keep it under 10 minutes.